I've never once met a good man. My entire life, going on almost 32 years, okay? I've never met one genuinely good man. Every single man I have encountered has done something absolutely horrific and minimized it. Every single man that I've encountered is a liar, is a perv, and does not see women as humans. Every single man that I've ever encountered is so far up the patriarchy's booty butt. They genuinely think that it's okay for them to not grow past the mental age of 12. They genuinely think that having a job is all that they need to do. I have never met a good man. Not my father, I don't consider him a good man. My brothers, really not good men. My ex, baby daddy, not a good man. His dad, horrible man. His two brothers, one of them is halfway decent, but still don't consider him good. His sister's husband, really shitty. All of my male family members, horrible people. All of my past male colleagues, all of my male instructors, professors, all of them are fucking horrible. Horrible. There is no such thing as a good man. And if you think you're a good man, please explain why. I'd love to hear it, because I guarantee you, probably 99.99% guarantee, your explanation is going to show that you are not a good man. I've never once met a good man.
I don't doubt any of that. I don't doubt that for a minute. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Those eyes, window to the soul. You know what I'm saying? This is yeah. This is a kind of this is a level of unhinged that, yeah, you have to be cautious for. So the name of this channel is It's Too Kate. Yeah. And it's too much Kate, apparently. She's never met a good man. Me neither. No, I'm kidding. This is I know I shouldn't be laughing at this, but I mean, God, they are posting this crap on the internet. I don't understand this. This is just nuts to me. But I wonder if she's ever thought about why she hasn't met a good man. Like, give me an explanation. She'd love to hear it. She'd love to hear the explanation of how you think you're a good man. And she can 99.999% guarantee that you're not, because she's never met one. So they clearly just can't exist. Oh, man. But, the baby daddy, her dad was not a good man. Her her baby daddy's daddy was not a good man. Her brothers are not good men. There's kind of a pattern here. I'll leave the link to her TikTok channel in the description. Of course, I don't know why you would want to watch it, but the reason that I look at something like this is because this represents a lot of girls right now. And I guess I don't know if I assume Gen Z, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what her age is. She could be millennial. She looks a little bit on the younger side. I would imagine somewhere like around late 20s, something like that. But yeah, just, I don't, there's obviously something deeper here. There's going to be a reason why she makes a statement like that. It, she goes goes on to mention her brothers and her dad, how they're not good men, the baby daddy, of course. And it's like, okay, well, maybe it did start in the home. Maybe something did start there. There is another video where she kind of talks about it. I watched it once, and it's pretty crazy. And I'm gonna go ahead and play that now.
I don't think people truly understand what it's like to be a scapegoat in a narcissistic family dynamic. And I mean a malignant narcissistic family dynamic, not necessarily covert. Also, narcissism is highly, highly understudied. So it is starting to be discovered that it's more of a spectrum, and there's many different subtypes of it. So here are just a few examples from my life as the scapegoat, with my mother being a malignant narcissist and my dad being the enabler, and my eldest brother being the golden child of my mother. And then My second oldest brother being the golden child of my father. Little bit different scenario there. My mother would pin my brothers against me and would also make up stories to tell my dad in order to get my dad to beat me. And we're not talking little spank on the bottom. We're talking the metal end of a belt on a bare bottom, that kind of thing. My brothers would literally urinate on me, and my mom would laugh at it. And I wasn't allowed to tell my dad any of these things when he got home from work, unless I wanted my mother to let me rot out in the sun and get blisters all over my body because she was mad that I told my dad. My mom would say that I would steal money from her purse to get my dad to beat me. My mom literally told me at one point that she would choose my brothers over me if it ever came down to it. Which, what healthy family system would that ever happen, you know? They didn't tell me anything about my father's funeral, and they made me believe that there was no funeral at all. They didn't even do the celebration of life that he had in his will that they destroyed. They destroyed his will, which there's currently a legal situation going on with that. They're trying to get me to sign over my share of the inheritance, and then they're currently trying to get me to sign a waiver to where I can't investigate anything that comes out in the future about them hiding the will and about them forging documents that include things my dad left to me. I was blamed for my dad dying in a car accident where he was hit by a drunk driver that was going 120 miles an hour. Everything was my fault. Everything is still my fault, according to them. I don't think people truly understand what it.
Okay. A lot to unpack there. Wow. You know, that's one of those things that there's so much in there that it almost just doesn't even sound believable. I man, that is some hard information to swallow as truth. That they told her there was no funeral. Her brothers peed on her and her mom laughed at that. Does that, I mean, there's abuse, but then there's like, holy God. I don't understand that at all. That doesn't make any sense to me. If she endured this, truly endured this, I mean, it's pretty crazy. I don't really know how, I don't know why people come on the internet and even say this kind of stuff. That's what's crazy to me. How do you, I mean, she just came on, like she bold-faced said that. I mean, that just happened. She bold-faced said that. That's crazy to me. I don't know how you do that. How do you come on and admit that your brothers peed on you? It's not necessarily funny. It's just like I'm laughing because it's really hard for me to even believe that information. That blows my mind. That would happen, and just this dynamic of how, well, they made the two brothers the favorites and they hated her guts like that, you know. I mean, obviously this is a TikTok video, so you don't get a lot of information, and there's not a lot of context here. It's just, here's how my family treated me, which is just, absolutely insane. I don't get that at all. This girl, obviously she has issues. I've watched a few of her other videos on her TikTok channel. And a lot of it's, the lip syncing to, some sort of hip hop song or some, I guess clip of some other viral video, and they're just kind of lip syncing to it. That's what a lot of her content is. But, and maybe this is why she can't find a good man or has never met a good man. This is crazy. that these kinds of things would happen. I mean, this is kind of the kind of thing that you would see in a movie. It's just so extreme. Pee like right away when she says my brothers would used to pee on me and my mom would laugh at it. Um, I don't know, and I mean it's just crazy. It's I mean to me it's beyond narcissism. I think this is just people who are. I mean it's sadism. It's inflicting pain for enjoyment on inflicting pain on someone else for enjoyment, and it's your own kid. The other two boys, like they love, they each chose a favorite from the two boys, but the daughter they peed on, and pitted the mother pitted the father against her and told her lies, otherwise she'd have to be outside in the blistering sun. And that was another thing that threw me. She's outside in the sun saying, unless I went in blisters all over my body. Well, she put you out there naked. Like at some point, this is criminal. Like you're crossing the line into crime here, into criminality, if you will. Uh, there, I don't know. I struggle with believing this. If any of this is true, then hey, my heart goes out to her for that. And I hope that she can find some semblance of normalcy in her life, or maybe she has, and maybe I don't know. I've seen you see these videos uh, like this, and it's nuts. I don't know why people get on the internet and say these kinds of things. Um, I like in the other videos, she's got the nose piercing, not the septum, but I think like one of her nostrils, not that big a deal. But she's got the Wednesday Addams forehead. Um, and she's an attractive girl. It's not like, I mean, she looks fit and all that. And she just, when she speaks, you can kind of look into her eyes and just see, that it's void of something, or that, you know, that some, the elevator doesn't seem to be quite going all the way to the top. Cause, she talks about how her father was killed in a car accident by a drunk driver, and the family blames her for that. Um, this is a family that should be reported. I mean, this is insane. If this is truth at all.